Hey guys, so we're on lesson 2 of the cell energy unit, and we're going to be talking about cellular respiration. This is the process on how animals are able to get their energy. Last lesson, we talked about photosynthesis and how plants trap energy from the sun. This is the next step to that, on how animals release the energy that the plants were able to trap in the form of glucose. To start our thinking process, we're going to brainstorm a little bit. And on the do now, write your thoughts in the cloud on the note taking guide. Do you think that peanuts can catch on fire? Yes or no? Write down your answer in the cloud. Pause the video now and give you a chance to write down that answer. Okay, now that you've written down your answer in the cloud of the do now, let's take a look at this video. Let's see if peanuts can really catch on fire. So if you put a flame to a single peanut, the peanut will catch on fire. Take a look at that. So why does the peanut catch on fire? How is that possible? It's because the plant has stored energy in it. The peanut has stored energy in it. All our foods that we eat have stored energy in it. So it is the job of our cells, the job of animal cells, to do a reaction called an oxidation reaction, where we use oxygen to release that energy. Another oxidation reaction is burning something. The fire uses the oxygen to release the energy trapped in things, oil, wood, even plants. What our cells do is we take that trapped energy from the food that we eat and we release that energy so that our cells can use it. And we call this process cellular respiration. Copy down these notes on the first line of your note-taking guide. Pause the video if you need more time. In your cells, molecules undergo an oxidation reaction where they combine with oxygen. This is called cellular respiration, and energy is released. Okay, so now's the time for the reading check. Read this following textbook excerpt and answer the 3 questions in the note-taking guide. Pause the video now, and I'll give you a chance to answer the notes in the note-taking guide. This is the textbook excerpt, and these are the 3 questions. Pause the video now and read that excerpt. Okay, let's answer these questions. What did you learn? Where does cellular respiration happen? It happens in the mitochondria. That's what the mitochondria of the cell looks like. It looks like a wrinkled bean. Number 2, what is broken down during cellular respiration? The glucose, C6H12O6. The glucose that the plants created through photosynthesis. And 3, what is released during cellular respiration? A form of energy that our cells can use called ATP. Adenosine triphosphate. You don't need to memorize adenosine triphosphate, but you need to know that cell energy is called ATP. Let's take a closer look at the mitochondria. This is the plant cell here. And these are the mitochondria in the plant cell. Zoomed in, they look like a wrinkled bean with all these little compartments here. And this is where the cellular respiration happens. This is a microscope picture of that mitochondria, and as you can see, it has all these little channels on where the energy is being released. Okay, knowledge check. Let's see if you can remember when we did the Cell City project. What part of the cell did we compare the mitochondria to? Let's jog your memory a bit. A power plant. The mitochondria in our cells acts like a power plant in a city. It converts energy, one form of energy to another form of energy, and provides energy to the city. Same way, mitochondria provides energy to our cells. So what's the 411? This is the next part of our notes. Copy this information down. The cellular respiration changes food energy into energy that a cell can use. And during cellular respiration, glucose is broken down into carbon dioxide and water, and ATP is released. Pause the video so that you can copy these notes. Also, fill in the steps of cellular respiration on the bottom of that page. Glucose plus oxygen gets converted to ATP energy, carbon dioxide, CO2, and water, H2O. Pause the video here so that you can copy down these notes. Okay, let's move on to the second page of our notes. Show what you know. What are two waste products of cellular respiration? So if you need to peek back at the equation that we just copied down. What are the two waste products? They were carbon dioxide, which our body, we remove it by exhaling, and extra water. Any extra water that our body doesn't use, we urinate it out or we pee it out. Pause the video to copy these down. Okay, let's move on to the next section, cellular respiration versus photosynthesis. See if we can remember the steps of photosynthesis and the steps of cellular respiration. Let's take a look at photosynthesis and carbon dioxide side by side. What do you notice? Photosynthesis in green and cellular respiration in orange are the exact opposite of each other. While photosynthesis uses carbon dioxide and water and light energy to make glucose and oxygen, cellular respiration uses that glucose and the oxygen made to create the three waste products, which is water and carbon dioxide and our cell energy, ATP. So they are direct opposite equations from each other. It's a perfect system. What plants give for us, we use and provide the waste products that plants use then to make more glucose and more oxygen. Let's take a look at the cycles of life here. Take a look at this chart and see if you can answer the three questions on the note-taking guide. What are two ways that carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere? Take a look at the image. What do decomposers recycle? And what materials contain carbon in this picture? Pause so that you can look at the picture and answer the questions. Show what you know. See if we can fill the equation out by memory. Do you remember the steps of cellular respiration? Glucose, sugar, plus what gives us ATP energy? And waste product, do you remember? Let's take a look at our exit ticket now. See if we can fill out this chart. What is the function of photosynthesis? What is the function of cellular respiration? To release energy. Photosynthesis is to trap energy. Where does it happen? Location. Where does photosynthesis take place? In the chloroplast, as written over there. And cellular respiration? In the mitochondria. What are the reactants of photosynthesis? Well, we need H2O, light energy, and carbon dioxide, CO2. And the products of photosynthesis are glucose, which is C6H12O6, and oxygen, O2. While the reactants in cellular respiration are glucose plus oxygen, C6H12O6 plus O2, and the products of cellular respiration are water, carbon dioxide, and ATP. This is how your exit ticket should look.